Hola, hola. Vengo a comer. Hola.
Hola.
Huele riquísimo. ¿Y eso qué?
Estamos desayunando porque
In 2021, I moved to Baja California Sur and had always delayed my plan to see the Baja Peninsula by car. This year, I finally did it, and I can say that this is the best road trip of my life. Now we're here.
We're here. This is my home.
I think this is no signal here, no internet. They have Wi-Fi at the cabana, but this is an actual disconnect. Buenas. Para hacer check-in de Cabañas Purisima. ¿Es eso?
Sí, permítame.
Vale, gracias.
No internet for 2 days? If I'm being honest, that sentence alone freaks people out. I posted it before and got flooded with messages saying, "What? No signal in Mexico? Are you insane?" And look, I get it. Baja California gets lumped into this whole narrative of cartels, danger, don't go off the beaten path. I hear it constantly. So a foreigner disappearing into a canyon with zero cell service, zero way to call for help. On paper, that sounds like the opening scene of a documentary about someone who went missing. But here's the thing that nobody tells you. The reason I have no signal out here isn't danger. It's the opposite. It's because this place is so small, so remote, so untouched by mass tourism that nobody ever bothered building a cell tower. So for the next 2 days, I'm staying in someone's actual house, eating what they cook, and trying to understand why a town this quiet, this forgotten by everyone else, is one of my favorite places in this entire country. Welcome to episode 3 of my Baja California road trip, starting from my home in Cabo to Tijuana and back. Last episode was Magdalena Bay on a boat next to gray whales that swim 10,000 miles to get there. If you haven't seen it, go watch it first. I left the link in the description below.
I need food.
This next leg is a big one. We're leaving the coast completely, heading inland into the Sierra de la Giganta, and this drive alone is a good preview of what La Purisima actually is. It's roughly 200 kilometers from Magdalena Bay, but don't let the number fool you. This isn't a quick highway stretch. Most of it winds back through Ciudad Constitucion before cutting into the mountains, and the roads get rougher the deeper you go. Pavement thins out, then disappears completely for the final stretch into the valley. And this is the thing about La Purisima. It's not somewhere you pass through on the way to somewhere else. It's not on the main peninsula highway at all.
Yes, I'm entering my cabana. Installed my charging station. It's always very necessary. And here, it's a little garden patio. And Mexican B&Bs always have 2 big beds, but this is massive. And this only costs $50, right? Buenísimo. 4 people can even fit here. This mini baño here. This works. This is actually very, very spacious. You don't see this, but these are like old Mexican structures that are big. I'm so hungry, it's not even so fun anymore. It's 4 o'clock and I haven't eaten. But now the family is preparing a lunch for me. Ooh.
I didn't book a hotel here. There basically isn't one that matters. I stayed with a local family, a full homestay, every meal cooked by them at their table. And look, remember how I opened this episode? With no signal, cartels, all that noise people throw at Mexico from the outside. Here's the thing that nobody tells you about that narrative. It completely ignores what actually happens when you show up somewhere like this.
Tenemos listo zanahoria, tomatito, apio y lechuga.
Apio, wow. Okay.
Con eso y su limoncito del huerto. Tenemos
Sí, aquí tienen
Mira,
limón.
tenemos limón.
Lima.
No, limón.
Eso es limón.
Ese es un limón amarillo, un limón
Ok.
mexicano. Tú puedes olerlo, verás qué rico el perfume. Todo es de aquí.
Es
todo
muy grande también.
Sí.
Wow.
Muy bonito, muy oloroso, muy perfumado para la comida fresquecita, mira. ¿Ves? Ahorita lo vamos a hacer, que no me avisaste. Entonces, aquí le ponemos sal de orégano silvestre de aquí de las montañas de la Purísima. Solamente no tenemos...
¿Cómo se dice?
Orégano.
Orégano, de la Purísima.
Orégano silvestre de aquí de las montañas. Ahora que llovió tenemos un rico.
Wow.
Y luego le ponemos el ajito orgánico, así muy rico, delicioso. Y luego la sal de mar, del mar de Cortés.
Mar de Cortés, wow.
Mira, enterito.
Ok,
No,
a ver.
no está refinada, es una sal entera,
Ay, sí.
natural. Por eso va a quedar bien sabroso y bien rico tu pescado.
Gracias.
Ahora sí lo vamos a tapar para que... Y luego aparte le vamos a poner algo de cocina mediterránea, como es el romero.
Romero, vi que tienes planta,
Sí, aquí lo acostumbro mucho yo con mis guisados.
A family opened their home to a stranger with a camera. They fed me, talked with me for hours. That's not the version of this country anyone warns you about. There is no restaurant scene here, no menu, no reviews, just family kitchens and whatever happened to be fresh that morning, which sounds like a limitation. Until you realize it's the opposite. This is food with no performance in it at all. It's just what hospitality looks like when nobody's trying to sell you anything. And the dish that captures all of that is machaca. Dried, shredded beef, sun-dried, pounded until it's almost fibrous, then rehydrated and cooked with eggs, onion, and chile.
Este platillo da mucha energía, mucha fuerza. Lo usan los vaqueros cuando salen al campo. Llevan su carne machacada con ajo y unas tortillas de harina gorditas muy ricas. Y que se llama damiana y crece en la zona de nosotros, zona norte del municipio de Comundú. ¿Puedes olerla? Puedes olerla.
Wow.
Tiene un olor muy bonito.
Sí.
Huele a hierba como del bosque, pero en realidad es del desierto. Cuando lo usamos normal para quitarnos el frío en estos tiempos que invierno, y cuando tienes tos o algo, va endulzado con piloncillo, con dulce de caña.
Sí.
Y ya se hierve y se prepara, se toma en la tarde, en el desayuno, en el resto del día para aliviar nuestro frío, que aquí nos llegan frentes del norte. Y con este té muy rico, nosotros lo disfrutamos muy, muy bien. Mira.
Wow.
And the history on this goes back further than I expected. The base technique, drying meat to preserve it, traces all the way back to Aztec practices for surviving long journeys with no refrigeration, no ice, nothing. Centuries later, that same idea got refined by vaqueros, or cowboys, working cattle across the harsh, arid ranch land of northern Mexico, where meat would spoil in hours without some way to preserve it. Some food historians even point to one specific town, Ciénaga de Flores, near Monterrey, as the place the dish as we know it today actually took shape.
De amor ahora para los turistas que nos vengan a visitar aquí en Cabañas La Purísima. Y estamos con mucho gusto. Mira. Esta es la machaca regional, estilo La Purísima, que brindamos aquí en las cabañas.
So this breakfast in front of me isn't just a recipe. It's a few hundred years of people in this exact kind of unforgiving landscape solving the same problem generation after generation. And now it's just what you eat casually at a kitchen table with a family who invited you into their home for no reason other than that's what you do here. That, to me, is the real story people miss about this region, not the danger everyone assumes, the hospitality nobody expects.
Oh, qué rico. Now, look at this.
Going to take some chili from this. Look.
Chili bar.
One. Two. Sí. A ver si pica. I'm gonna try it just by itself, como pica.
Habanero.
Pica.
Pica.
No habanero.
No?
Gracias.
Okay. So, chilies all over a little bit. On every bite, you have a bit chili.
Wow. Buenos días, con permiso. Wow. Look at this. This is such a vast land. Con permiso. Gracias. ¿Qué pasó? Oh, there's a, what is that? Buenos días.
So this family I'm living with, turns out cooking isn't their only trade. They own part of what's growing right outside their door. Because there's this wall of palm trees surrounding this entire valley, and at some point during my stay, I stopped thinking of it as a scenery and started thinking of it as an estate. Somebody's actual livelihood. These aren't decoration. This is the reason La Purisima has an economy at all.
Lo abren,
Ajá.
lo abren. Ok. En Dubai, queso Filadelfia, lo cierran.
Ah.
Es el postre más caro que hay.
Ajá.
En Dubai.
Sí.
Ponen una charola bien acomodadito y es un postre de lo mejor.
Spanish missionaries brought date palms to Baja centuries ago, and almost by accident, this stretch of desert oasis turned out to have some of the best growing conditions for dates anywhere outside the Middle East. Not close to the Middle East, not similar to it, genuinely competitive with it. And that's where it gets intense. Harvesting these things is dangerous. Some of these palms are decades old, absurdly tall, and to this day, someone has to physically climb them by hand once a year. Nothing but a climbing belt between them and the ground. By every logical rule of a desert, shouldn't be able to grow here at all. But here's the part that actually stuck with me. This whole tradition is quietly disappearing. Fewer young people are willing to climb these trees for a living. A lot of them are choosing fishing instead or just leaving for the cities entirely. So what you're eating when you try a date here isn't just dessert. It's one of the last people still willing to do this.
But this is really the desert view. This is so fucking cool. Look at this.
Yeah.
The cacti, the palms, and the Pilón in front of those canyons.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic.
Oh, this is a nice picture at the entrance.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The first time you see this valley, it genuinely doesn't compute. You're driving through hard desert, dry canyons, nothing green for miles. Then you round a bend and suddenly you're staring at a jungle of date palms. That's La Purisima, one of about 80 natural oases scattered across Baja California Sur, fed by underground water that has no business being this abundant out here. Before I left, I walked down to the river to get a proper look at the thing that had been staring down at this whole valley this entire trip.
Right here, where you park it.
This is where you park.
This is fantastic.
With the car. Oh my
Perfecto.
god. Very good parking.
Oh, this is
Right
lovely.
in front of Buenísimo.
Perfecto. Mira,
A ver.
mira, Trisha.
Ahí voy. ¿Cocinando borrego?
Cabrito y borrego. Este es popó de borrego.
¿Es borrego?
De borrego, sí.
Ah, mira.
Este mismo es.
Qué bueno.
Vamos por medio del cerro.
¿Es potable?
Sí.
Mira, este es acueducto
Sí.
tiene 304 años.
Ok.
Lo hicieron los jesuitas.
Ajá.
304 años tiene.
Ok.
Sigue por el cerro, por unas cuevas y va así va. ¿Ya? Entonces, por acá.
So this is the actual source and spring
This water
of the
goes
water
to the
here.
house, yeah.
Right, and they created canals and aqueducts to bring the water to the town down there.
Yeah. Wow.
Mira, Trisha, mira.
Dime.
Aquí donde está el embarcadero de los kayaks de nosotros,
Ok.
Pero ahorita no está bueno para kayak ahorita.
Sí.
Entonces,
Pero wow.
caminas para allá,
Ajá.
donde está ese árbol, pegado al cerro, va el acueducto y te vas agarrando de las piedras así. Y hasta que sales allá, a una curva, ahí te le llegues porque enseguida hay mucho panal de avispa.
Ajá.
Pero te digo, aquí puedes tomar fotos, elevar el dron, subirlo hasta allá, mira, hasta el
Sí.
cerro.
Qué frío. Yo muriendo.
I'm getting my rod.
Entonces, Trisha,
Dime.
nosotros nos vamos
Ajá.
y ustedes se quedan aquí, no hay problema.
Sí,
el
sí,
tiempo
sí.
que quieran. Ya ves el camino cómo está.
Ajá. O
La-
sea, es
mira,
un sentido.
Una
nomás.
recomendación. La puerta que abrió este señor, la vuelven a cerrar ustedes otra vez.
Vale.
Simón, es de rancho, pues, con ese hilo que tiene. Se pega acá. y
Sí,
se
sí,
va.
sí. Claro, yo conozco el rancho.
¿Sí, conoces?
Muchas gracias. Sí.
Sí.
Más o menos. Pero tengo frío.
No, hace
¿Para
frío.
qué no tienes frío? ¿Por
Nada,
qué?
nada. Es que yo trabajaba en el agua. ¿Qué frío
Y yo,
para mí
bye.
no es? ¿Eh?
¿Y el agua del lago es frío? Obvio.
Obvio. No tanto el agua, el
Y yo,
aire,
obvio.
el aire.
Muy frío, dicen.
Sí, sí.
Voy al sol. Muchas gracias. Nos vemos en casa.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
This is El Pilón. Volcanic, about 400 meters, and honestly, pictures don't really do it justice. Up close from right here in the water, you really see how strange the shape actually is, almost like a pyramid someone carved by hand. And standing there, it's easy to see why this rock became the whole reason this place exists. Back in the early 1700s, Jesuit missionaries looked up at this same peak and thought it resembled the Virgin Mary. That's it. That's the whole origin story. A priest named Nicolas Tamaral founded the mission here in 1717 because of what this rock looked like to him. And it still means something to people here. Ask someone in La Purisima which way El Pilón is, they'll point one direction. Ask someone in the next village over, they'll point somewhere completely different. To everyone here, this mountain feels like it belongs to them.
Where is it? Now you're here. Where the fuck is the gas?
Well, either to the right, to the left, or straight. There you
There's
go.
no more
Gasolina.
sign.
There's a sign.
Oh, there.
One more thing before I wrap this up, because this ended up being my favorite 5 minutes of the entire trip, and I didn't even plan for it. There is no gas station in La Purisima. None. So when I was running low, someone pointed me toward a house.
So you just buy gasoline here and pour it yourself?
I think they would for. Na del pueblo. A ver. Buenas tardes. ¿Cómo lo hacemos?
¿Gasolina?
Sí.
¿Cuánto?
Queremos llenar.
¿Lleno?
Ajá. Estamos en cuarto.
¿Un cuarto? Pues de 20 en 20.
Ajá. Vamos a ver, ¿no? Va, gracias.
Turned out, this is just how it works here. A local family keeps gas on hand in containers, jugs, whatever they've got, and when you need a fill up, you knock on their door. And the method was not what I expected. No pump, no nozzle, just a tube and someone literally blowing into it to get the siphon going. I stood there half laughing, half mildly concerned, watching gasoline get transferred into my tank by lung power. And somehow it just worked. It was such a small moment, but it kind of summed up this whole place. No infrastructure, no gas station, no convenience, and somehow someone always figures it out.
Bye, gracias. Buenas tardes. Muchas gracias.
On the next episode of this Baja California road trip series, we are going to San Juanico. And I gotta warn you now, this next drive is rough. And my car actually got buried in sand. No signal, nobody around. I waited for a few minutes and I could not make this up. A trailer truck comes in the middle of nowhere. Look, if you've made it this far into the series, Todos Santos, The Whales, La Purisima, and now this, you already know this trip gets getting crazier every single stop. So if you're not subscribed yet, seriously, hit that button. New episode drops next week, and honestly, some of the best stuff on this entire road trip is still coming.